Hey folks, welcome back to Biscuits Total War. This is Biscuits giving you another online commentary for Rome Total War, and as always, thank you for checking out the channel, thank you for watching this video. So what we've got today is a 3 versus 3 31k rules. It's going to be really interesting because you've got some really great 31k players, one of which actually hasn't been on this channel for some time, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. So I'm playing as the Julii, that is the Red Romans to you and me. I brought 6 Praetorian Cav, 3 archers or auxiliary archers, and the rest urban cohort. I'm playing alongside my ally here, who is known as Koda. He's calling himself Koda Medis, and he has brought 20 gold attack Spartans. Now I had this question on my last video, or maybe the video before, asking how to actually work out the upgrades on the actual units. Now if you look at, say, go to one of my units here, you can see the big flag, and then just below it you can see these little flags here. These little flags indicate how many upgrades there are. So on this unit there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upgrades. That usually reflects that that unit is gold. If we go and have a look at the Greek units here, it's one big banner here, and then there's 3 upgrades. Now those 3 upgrades just simply say the amount of upgrades they are. You can't tell by looking at this if it is a bronze attack and say gold defense, or you can work out it's 3 upgrades, and usually 3 upgrades indicates that that is gold attack. So 20 gold attack Spartans, which actually equals to exactly 31,000 denarii. And then we've got my ally over here in this neck of the woods. His name is Pen Acolyte, and he is from the OTD clan, that is the Order of the Dragon clan, and he has brought 4 auxiliary archers, 6 Praetorian Cav, and then the rest urban cohort. So because he's gone for those 4 auxiliary archers, it means that his Cav probably has maybe 1 or 2 upgrades, or if you have a look at his infantry, he's probably maxed out, he's gone for some really nice upgrades on those urban cohorts. So let's go and have a look at the enemy. Now the enemy, we have got this player here who needs no introduction. His name is Beast from the Titans clan. Beast is a great 31k player, really good at doing rushes. He's really good at really pinning down the enemy and taking them out 1 versus 1. He's gone for 14 Praetorian Cav, sorry, 14 urban cohort and 6 Praetorian Cav. We've next got Hanni, who is another great 31k player. He has got 6 Praetorian Cav, 2 archers, and then the rest urban cohort. So again, similar build to what I've got. In fact, it's practically exactly the same. And last but not least, we've got SR, and SR has gone for 3 slingers. He's got 2 Jav Cav units here, which are going to be used to try and skirmish the enemy, and then the rest Sacred Band. Now just to give you a bit of information behind this battle, again, Rome Total War, or any Total War game, is a glorified version of rock, paper, scissors. So if you have a look at the Greeks, the Greek army here will be able to beat the Roman army. The Carthaginian army over there will be able to beat the Greek army, and the Roman army will be able to beat the Carthaginian army, and then the 2 Roman players should be able to go toe to toe, and it's just really down to the expertise of the player or the general who's commanding the army to see if he can beat the enemy. But on paper, Titan's Beast here should be able to beat the OTD member here, because Titan's Beast has been playing 31k for several years. So what's going to happen here, we have deployed over on this side, myself and the Greek player, and our objective was really to try and rush Hanni, try and use these pike units to try and take down the Romans before the Carthaginians can come over and assist. And you can see that's exactly what Hannibal's thought we're going to do. He's put some of his army here to try and block the Greeks rushing, and he's put all of his infantry over here. So he's going to try and run his infantry over here to support Beast. And you can have a look here, the Carthaginians, they deploy their army back so they can try and rush them over here to attack the Greeks. So that was our plan. But because we've deployed on this side, there's a big gap here, and it looks like Beast is probably going to try and exploit that gap, because Beast's army is ready here to try and rush this enemy here, the enemy, our ally here. So let's kickstart the replay. Again, it's going to be quite a short replay because there's going to be a lot of manoeuvring, a lot of rushing going on. As you can see, we're going to try and rush forward and trying to put the pressure upon Hannibal. Hannibal's got his archers in his cav, and he's going to try and gun down the sides of these Spartans here. Spartans going to be vulnerable against arrow fire. And you can see, look, in comes these arrows here. We're going to try and avoid them for the time being and just try and rush towards this infantry over there. In the meantime, over here, Beast is going to try and rush our ally here, the OTD member, the Julii member. He's throwing in his cav here, and he's going to try and block off our army here with our allies' army here. So really trying to get the knife in here and cause a bit of a gap here. Once the gap has been created, what he's going to try and bank on is that he's going to be able to try and take out this army before we can come and assist. So he's got his cav ready. Infantry's coming in here. Now because of that, I've seen exactly what's gone on, and what we're going to try and do, I'm now going to move my infantry over here to support my ally and see if we can now sandwich Beast. Because Beast 1 versus my ally here, he should be able to beat him, but if I throw my infantry into the mix, we should be able to take out Beast. And if we can take out Beast, this game turns from a 3 versus 3 to a 2 versus 3. And that's what I'm going to try and do. So I'm going to throw my cav here as quick as I possibly can into the mix. Now my cav's going to come in. As you can see, one unit's coming in fast. What I'm going to try and do is use this cav unit. As you can see, I'm going to try and send this unit over here to try and just snag these Praetorian cav of Beast, try and slow them down. Now I'm going to try and come with my cav here and try and cause a bit of a rout. In comes my ally here. Now look, we've got all of our cav here. This is 12 Praetorian cav versus Beast's Praetorian cav. Now one thing that Beast is really good at, he's really good at saving his cav. You'll see later on in the game he'll have his cav still, but really we should have capitalised upon that and really taken out his cav in one foul swoop. Beast is now going to pull back his infantry, and what we're going to do, we're going to just slam forward our infantry, my allies' infantry, and try and cause a mass rout. I'm now going to get my cav here. I'm just going to charge them straight flat right into the faces of these Senate units here. I'm hoping with all of this arrow fire and all of the infantry here, we might be able to cause a bit of a mass rout. But my allies' infantry is defending their lines here. They should really be pushing forward where my Praetorian cav is, because you might have been able to trigger a mass rout here. In comes Beast's cav now. He's going to try and counter my cav strike here and go into the flanks of my guys. He's going to do a lot of damage here. A few of my units are probably rout. But it looks like a few of the enemy, so a few Beast infantry units now started to rout, which is really good. We're now going to just try and pull back my infantry units here and make sure my cav doesn't get absolutely massacred. But Beast still has managed to keep his infantry units. He still managed to keep his cav units, which is quite remarkable considering the amount of cav strikes that we powered upon those units here. Now the rest of Hannibal's cav is going to come around the flank here and try and support. Hannibal's infantry is over here, and Hannibal's infantry is in the centre, so his army is really kind of spread along the lines here. Beast's units are holding their ground, they're going toe to toe. But what's going to happen now, SR is going to throw in his Sacred Band infantry, because again the Sacred Band infantry should be able to beat the Spartans. So he's going to throw in his infantry units here and try and attack the majority of these Spartans. You can see all the Spartans are over here. In comes more of my infantry units. I'm trying to push back, I'm trying to hold back our army from being flanked. So you can see I've got my general over here. In comes Hannibal's cav units here. They're just trying to mop up this flank here, doing a nice little manoeuvre there. So they've taken out a bunch of my cav units. Koda is sending in his Spartans here to try and push back these cav units here of Hannibal. And again, we've got more units of Koda's. You can see the Greeks now pushing their units straight in here. We're going to try and take on all of these Scipii units here. If we can try and win this flank, we should be able to try and kill the general of Hannibal. If we can do that, we might be able to try and win this flank. In the meantime, here in the centre, it looks like the Sacred Band's doing a really nice job here. They should really try and get their pikes down, but because they're moving backwards and forwards, we're able to swoop in there by urban cohort to try and catch them with their pikes up. If the pikes are up, we should be able to beat them, or at least go toe to toe with them. In the meantime, you can see SR, or in other words the Seiko bands, are now trying to come around the side here and try and take out these Greek units. Now they're into the Greeks, they should be able to put their pikes down and take them out pretty successfully. So we're over here, they've sent in all of these Seiko bands. Now I'm going to try and pull back our infantry. Koda's going to pull back his Greeks, because he knows the Greeks, they get intertwined upon these Seiko band, they're going to die. So he's going to pull them back, and because of that it looks like the enemy are winning this side of the flank here. In the meantime here, again, we're trying to pile on the pressure over here. We're trying to take out all of these Seiko bands. Again, the Seiko band, once they go toe to toe with these urban cohort, the red Julii, we should be able to beat them. Now in comes Koda's reserves. Now these are all of the Spartans that have been holding back until this point. He's going to lift up his pikes and just literally slowly push his units forwards. Now because these Seiko band have been caught on their flanks, they're going to rout. And if you have a look at the Senate units here, although the Senates are pretty strong, they've got about 23 men, they've got 67, they're not going to be able to do too much, especially against all of these Spartans. In comes Hannibal now. He's going to try and attack my infantry units. It would have been a successful charge, but unfortunately the charge was slightly incorrectly timed. A few of those cav units got intertwined upon those pikes, and because of that, that triggered a mass rout. But those cav units will come back. In the meantime, we can just see, look, all of this Spartans here really going to be pushing hard, going to be aggressively taking off guard mode. And yes, these guys are in Testudo, got guard mode. They're not going to be able to do too much, especially when my urbans come around the flank here, and that's going to trigger a mass rout upon these Carthaginians, and that is pretty much it. So really tough battle there. Really could have gone either way. Beast managed to get his army really in between my army and my allies' army, and I think if Beast had a bit more support, he would have been able to actually win. He would have been able to actually take out our ally here and turn this battle into a 2 versus 3. But because I was able to get my infantry in with the assistance of the Greeks, we're able to really try and pile on the pressure upon Beast, and because of that, Beast never really got going. But saying that, you know, Beast managed to hold his camp. He managed to save them to later on in the battle and have a nice amount of kills later on. But yeah, we've only got a couple of seconds to go. Just put this on triple speed, and that is going to be it. So that is a GG to my opponents. Let's have a look at the kill count. I've got in about 1400 kills, but Ally got in about 12 to 1300 kills. Sadly, the Greeks only got in about 700 kills, but they did manage to just hold off Hannibal from coming to support. Hannibal got in 820 kills. Unfortunately, he really didn't get going. It was hard for the his army to try and gun through those Spartans. If you have a look at Beast, although Beast got double timed by myself and my ally, he still managed to get in 1200 kills. So again, it shows you how much of a good player Beast is. Regardless that he got double timed, he still managed to you know, pull his own weight. If you have a look at SR, sadly SR's units really got isolated. He was trying to fight the Urbans, he was trying to fight the Greeks, and because of that he only managed to get in 454 kills. If you have a look at the kills with myself, my ally here, if you have a, I did have a glance at this before. Look at my archers. My archers really did hardly any damage. So my archers got in 14 kills, 8 kills, 13 kills. Considering the amount of money I spent to them, that was pretty much a waste. Again, if you have a look at my cav units got, some of them 130, but some of them only got a 9. And that is down to that cav strike. When I did that cav strike into Beast, into the purple Romans, I really thought I'd have a bit of support of my allies here and really trigger that mass rout. But unfortunately my guys went in blind, and I got a lot of damage probably from the Pela from Beast's units just really gunning down my guys. But if I have a look at my infantry did much better. Some of my units getting 150 kills plus 100 kills, 190 kills. So really good on the urban cohort front, and that's because I managed to kill a bunch of Seiko band, and also a lot of Beast infantry units did get isolated, and because of that I managed to do a lot of kills with those infantry units. Anyway folks, so that is the 31k 3 versus 3 battle. As always, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for showing your support. Leave a little comment, let me know what you guys think. Only a few more videos to go on this channel, and we'll catch you guys soon for the next installment of Biscuits Total War. In the meantime, thanks for your watching, thanks for your patience, and stay tuned for more Rome Total War action. All the best, and bye now.